another one, yeah. It's a full run, yeah. Oh, it's another one, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, guys, remember to like, share, subscribe. I go by the name of BIYENGE, feature your Truly Tre. What's good, cuz?
Yo, what's going on, cuz? What's going on to the people that's tuned in as well? So happy that we're here to do another roundup, cuz. This is episode 253, cuz. I don't know how we do it, cuz. Honestly, we could have broken it down into series, you know, normally just to kind of make it easy, but let's just let the show go on, man, like it's EastEnders. You know how it is, cuz, man. But before we get into the show properly, here's a quick word from our sponsors, D-Rock Clothing. Yes, people, you know the spiel by now. It's iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock. So people, take advantage of that discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. So if you liked what my cousin was wearing during his boxing skit, just head over to the description and utilize that discount code. But yeah, people, also as well, we've actually got a new range that's coming out as well. So that video that you've seen, don't get used to that, because we're gonna have a new video with D-Rock. We've got a new range that's coming out as well. So Chris and the rest of the team will have a new gear to wear as well and represent. And also what we'll do is we'll do a little competition as well to give out, you know, an extra trackie. So I'm just thinking of a nice question to put out there, you know, for the community. Just a way of just saying, look, thank you for supporting what we do as well. And also, cuz, we got a big up to our podcast studio partners, New London Media. They're obviously sponsoring the show in terms of where I'm, you know, hosting this tremendous show at a tremendous studio as well, cuz, man. So big up to Nigel in the back end. He's always doing his part, you know, to support what we're doing, and I appreciate the support he gives us. But yeah, cuz, big up also. Sorry, got to do the shout outs, man. Big up to Stay Weighed In. They obviously did their version of their recap of Ring 6, the rise of Shakur, who's next. It was a great discussion that they had yesterday. So big up to the Stay Weighed In brothers, so Sugar Ray and also Abbas. It's good to see them boys back, man, to be honest with you. And big up to Trill Dollar Bill as well. You know, his thumbnails are always so crazy, man, and it's just like... No, I love it, man. So big up to Truly Tre X representing, you know, IBH USA, and it's big up to just Vamps as well. He's a new member of the team. Fight Night Chronicles. He's obviously doing stuff with Red Corner Boxing, and also with Red Corner Boxing, you got Mr. Neutral, who I call the Jim Watt of New Boxing Media as well. And also Crossroads in Boxing, they've got a special guest for tomorrow. So I've got to let the people know that IBH, you know, North, they're absolutely smashing it. CJ, Ricky, Eric, big up. CJ obviously did some work over the weekend as well. He was actually doing some corner work, man. So big up to CJ, big up to Ricky, big up to the whole of the iBoxingHub family, cuz, man. I just had to put it out there, man, because the lads are doing a truly tremendous work, and without them, we won't be doing what we're doing, and without the community, we won't be doing what we do, cuz, man. But yeah, we're obviously gonna have George, you know, join us later on, but cuz, we got to get down to business, me and you. We're a bit late to the party. I know everyone's covered the events and the shows, man, but we gotta do our part, of course. And someone say Mr. Neutral. It's like when we say your name, you disappear now. So big up to you, Mr. Neutral. Thank you so much, brother, for tuning in. He's saying, what's good, fellas? What's good to you, Mr. Neutral, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. Cuz, I'm going to hand it over to the world's greatest tag team partner, which is yourself, what you're saying. Let's get down to business.
Boy, do you know what? Saturday event was it was a good event. It was a good event. I mean, look, first of all, I want to big up Josh Kelly for winning the world title. He's IBF champion at 154. It's interesting to see, which route he'll go. Would he fight what's his name? Boots Ennis, or would Conor Ben move up and fight Josh Kelly for the title? Who knows? Again, the event on Saturday, I think the person to look out for is Keyshawn Davis. I think he's an upcoming superstar. I think a lot of us are sleeping on him. He's a good athlete. He's really good. I respect that, that him and Shakur, they decided not to fight each other because they're like brothers. But who knows down the line? Who knows? But it'll be interesting just to see, should he get David Haney next? I believe if he does, then he's gonna have to move up to 147, right? But how do you see that one going? Do you see him giving David Haney any problems, or do you think it'll be easy work for David Haney?
I think, cause you said it best, it's gonna be interesting because he's obviously come back, got the stoppage over, Ortiz, who is a tough cookie. He's been able to get in the ring, with some of the biggest fighters, Lomachenko, Teofimo. We saw what the fight with Teofimo was like with him. It was not easy, but the fact that he was able to, get the stoppage, get a few knockdowns as well, kind of shows that he's different. He's gone in there, got the job done, put in a statement. He's gassed, he's excited, and yeah, he's ready. He's ready for a fight against Haney. Would he win? Not sure. Skills pays the bills. I think, Haney has been able to, recover well from that Garcia situation. We've seen what he's been able to do at welterweight, and I just see him, outboxing him potentially, and plus because it's a bigger weight class as well. Would he jump in that fight straight away? No. If I was his manager, I would get him a tune-up at 147 first, just to kind of see where he's at, then get the fight with Haney next, if Haney's interested. But if I was in Haney's camp, I'll get the fight in straight away. You know why I'll get the fight in straight away? Because I know I've got the experience over him. I've been at the weight a lot longer, and I know what to do in that situation. So that is my kind of take on that as well. And the studios, now big up to you, Mr. Neutral, man. We need to have you in here very soon so we can have a Fight Night Chronicles special or Red Corner special in here, man. So now big up to you, my brother, and big up to Eric as well. Eric from Crossroads in Boxing. We appreciate you, brother. IBH North. There's the captain right there, man. Captain Ferdinand right there, bro, man. So big up to you, bro. But yeah, cuz I think he's ready. I think Haney would be ready for this, man, and he would want this fight right now. We know the outcome of that fight. Just saying. Look, Eric, we know he's ready, called it. But I agree. I think Haney wins that fight, man. But
Yeah.
were Keyshawn Davis's team, take your time, have a fight at that weight first, build towards that fight, and we could see what happens next, man.
Do you know what? I hear that when you say Keyshawn Davis, take your time, build. But do you know what? This is the boxing game. It's the fight game where if an opportunity, is presented, this is how I see it anyway. Take it. Win or lose, should you lose, it's a good thing because, you can learn from it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, look, Keyshawn, he's a former world champion as well. Do you know what I mean? So if the opportunity got presented, why not? Just take it. And, because look, let's just say if he does move up to 147 and he shocks the world, then what?
Truly tremendous, cuz. That's it. Upsets happen in sports. I know that. But I just want him, because he's a talented fighter, I just want him to kind of take his time with it, cuz, man. There's a lot of fights that he can even have at 140. These that are calling out Dalton Smith, for example, he just became champion. Like, there's an opportunity for fights to be made, across the pond. wouldn't you want to, challenge for a title across the pond against Dalton Smith? Come to his home,
Do you know
get
what?
some fans here. I would love that,
I
man.
Yeah, that'd be good. But do you know what? It comes down to money as well because Keyshawn Davis fighting Dalton Smith or fighting David Haney, he'd most likely gonna get paid more money fighting David Haney, and plus it's in the States. You know what I'm saying? Him coming to the UK, because some of them think coming to the UK they're gonna get robbed.
Yeah, no, cuz I agree with you completely, cuz I think obviously Mr. Neutral's here saying, BIYENGE, I'll eat my socks if Keyshawn could beat Haney. Look, we've got it here on camera, Mr. Neutral, man. This is the problem with, when we're doing this stuff, man. We put our neck on the line and sometimes, doesn't go our way. But I wouldn't want you eating socks, man. No way, man. I couldn't have you doing that, man. Even if that happened, I would just say, nah, bro, nah. But yeah, cuz, man.
You got to big up Baby Miller. Listen, do you know what? Baby Miller made me laugh, man. The event on Saturday, he is truly a boxing comedian. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm loving this new Miller character. You know, I'm hoping that he gets the fight on the next upcoming event on April the 4th. Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora. It would be nice for Miller to fight here in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cuz I agree with you completely. That situation, for us, I'm not really someone that wants to kind of talk about these things and it's controversial and kind of, kicking a man when he's down. But look, he's embraced it. He's embraced it. He said, look, I couldn't care less what you think, man. This is my scenario. This is what's happening. And he's milking it. And big up to him as well. The reason why I would say big up to Miller is because another person in that situation probably would have just hid away, hid away from, social media, kept it quiet, kept it moving. But he's gone on different platforms, doing interviews at the Breakfast Club. He's embracing it. And they're saying, take off your hat, boom, and all of that's there. And look, I rate him for that, man. So, no, big up to Jerome Miller for just, showing some courage and turning a negative situation into a positive one, man. So, big up to him, man. Miller has now got rid of the cheat tag. The hairpiece is king. And it's a nice cover-up, cuz. We're gonna forget about the drug situation, and a lot of people are gonna think about this, and it outweighs each other, right? Like,
The funny thing is, yeah, the toupee that he had, it cost him $700.
cuz I'm thinking if you're on that level, cuz, and look, we don't know how much is in his pocket and stuff like that. Cuz we're paying more than £7, man. If we had more than £700, for example, like to get a proper piece in, you got to be spending at least £1,000, man. At least, I don't know, man. I think if you're paying 700, then you get that scenario. But if you're paying a couple grands, maybe it would have fitted on a lot longer than it would. But I think Andre Ward actually said it best on Other Wards, the podcast that he's got with Roy Jones Jr., the legends. So big up to them. They said that if you're getting into these fights, for example, cuz, why do you need to put a toupee on? Cuz, go board. Go
I
board.
know, but
Go on the beach.
remember,
Go on the beach
this
afterwards once you won. Do it.
him
But
being
why?
pulled, sir. Remember, he lost his hair. It was last minute. It was like, I think a couple of days. He went to his mum's yard. He thought it was shampoo, but it was actually bleach. He didn't know, and then so it was a last minute thing. It wasn't a thing where he was bald all along. No, it was a last minute thing. So, but look, he's embracing it, and I'm loving it. At the end of the day, yeah, boxing is entertainment, and he is entertaining, and he entertained the crowd. Like he's entertaining, bro. But I wanted to move on swiftly to the main event. Like, I know you're a big Teofimo Lopez fan. Now, watching that fight, yeah, not gonna lie, Shakur made Lopez look very, very basic. I mean, from your point of view, where do you think Lopez went wrong? Because he got battered left, right, center. He only won one round.
Yeah, cuz 100%. Firstly, we did the show, last week. You had your prediction, you had your correct prediction. So I owe you. We didn't actually make a bet actually, but I'll just, we do what we normally do, man. Ben and Jerry's or whatever. I'll get one sent over to you, man. So credit to Shakur. It was a tremendous performance, cuz from Tio's camp. I feel that it was just a bad day in the office for everyone involved, not just Tio. I think his corner as well, his dad. The instructions that were being said in the corner, man. I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, bro, like, he's talking to him like they're brothers. Like, it's like, bro, where's the power? Where's the power, bro? Whereas he needed to put his trainer hat on and give him a plan to implement in that fight, because the way that fight was going, cuz it was absolute light work, and that jab was the reason why he had that cut in his face. He was getting jabbed off the park. It was a tremendous performance, and I'm not gonna lie to you, cuz I think that stylistically, maybe it was the wrong fight for Teofimo Lopez, but that at the same time, cuz I just think when you lose to a great fighter in Shakur Stevenson like that, there's no shame at all, man. But I felt that a better performance could have been done from Teofimo Lopez, because I know he's super talented. I know he could have done much better than that, but at the same time, we've got to give this young champion praise, because he's made 4 weight classes to become champion in all those weight classes. So 126, 130, 135, and now 140, man. And now he's the lineal. He's the man that beat the man. He's holding the lineal championship, the invisible lineal championship, plus the Ring Magazine, plus the WBO title that he has, man. So for me, I have to dub him Shakur Stevenson, because that was a tremendous performance, man. And we got to just discuss the corner as well, cuz, man, what you saying about Teofimo Senior, the corner work? Do you think the instructions were good? They were questionable.
Do you know what? The instructions, they were decent. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was more, you got to think of it, it's his trainer and it's his dad, so there's going to be emotions there. But he was telling him, like, look, you need to, pick it up, you need to, because you're losing. Do you know what I mean? There's no point him saying, oh, stay behind the jabs or defend. No, like, you have to pick up the pace. But then I understand, like, look, Shakur, his defense is on a different level. Do you know what I mean? Like, some would say he's like the new Floyd Mayweather, But I just think overall, he just got beaten by the better man. And yes, it wasn't his night, but I think Shakur just, he betted on himself, because you remember, like, look, a few months, last year or a few fights ago, people used to say Shakur Stevenson is boring, he's this, he's that, blah, 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 blah. But look what he displayed, look what he done. He made a champ look like a novice. He made him look easy work. And not just that, it's just like, look, he called out Conor Ben. And that's interesting, just to think, right? Should it happen, it would definitely have to be at 147, right? Can Shakur move up to 147? Would that be too much for him?
In all honesty, the way he is, like, I'm talking about his physical stature. I think he grows into that weight eventually, but the Conor Ben fight, he's obviously saying that if there's no rehydration clause in that fight, then he's not going to entertain that fight. So what that tells me is he obviously just took a quick trip at 140, but he's got other business at 135 still, man. So I think he's probably going to go back down 135, maybe pick up all of the belts. But I think he's at that stage now where he just wants the big money fights now, man. Remember, he's been fishing, I would say fishing for big fights for a long period of time. He's similar to Crawford in the sense where he was chasing these fights. No one didn't want to fight him. And to kind of go back to what you're saying about, oh, he's boring, this and that. Only casual fans are gonna say, ah, he's boring.
Yeah.
But if you appreciate the sweet science, if you appreciate, boxing IQ and defense and footwork and combinations and distance and, the way he's been able to articulate what he's been able to do in the ring, you got to appreciate the ability of the kid, man, and it's great. Obviously, I'm a massive Teofimo Lopez fan. I'm a massive Takeover fan. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, the racism and the bananas and all of this stuff," because we've had, debates in our WhatsApp group about, the whole situation with Senior, speaking publicly about his son and saying X, Y, Z, and we've had that discussion, and we know what Senior's obviously said. It's not really the best, is publicly talking about your son, but in terms of the talent itself, I think that there's still a future for Teofimo. I don't think there's a future at 140. I think he moves up to 147. And what I would want to happen for him, obviously, he's not going to split with his dad. That's his pops at the end of the day. He's not going to split with him. Let's keep it real. But what I think he could do, he needs to take a leaf from Bill Haney's books. And what he needs to do is maybe he could still be in that corner, but add a team around him. So you're humble enough to know, okay, I've taken my son from A to B. I possibly limited myself in terms of what I could give him in terms of corner work and instructions, etc., etc. Maybe add a few people in that corner so that in those scenarios, like over the weekend, we're not getting instructions of, where's your power, bro? Like, this ain't new, bro. You're not gonna like it in the morning. Maybe in another night that would work, man. But I felt like against Shakur, you need a proper game plan, cuz to at least make it more competitive, man. So there's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes. But at the end of the day, cuz we gotta give appreciation to. For me, I'm personally gonna call him Sugar Shakur Stevenson, man, because that earned him the right. For him to be in a pound for pound list, man. And that's where it kind of leads me to the next question, because if you were making a new pound for pound, let's say top 5 or top 10 or whatever, where are you placing him now?
Ooh, he's definitely going to have to be top 5. Definitely going to have to be top 5. Definitely, 100%, definitely top 5. You just mentioned that he's got unfinished business at 135. I heard, don't know, Truly says they're in talks of making a fight with Roach.
Yeah, this is why we need to go back to our shows sometimes, man, because I did say, obviously I was wrong about the prediction of the fight, but I did say that after this fight, Roach, he's gonna entertain that fight, man. He's gonna entertain that fight, man. I knew he was gonna entertain that fight.
With Roach, yeah. I don't know, like, alright, he fought Tank. Yes, I'm a Tank fan. I'm not gonna use an excuse, but I don't think he fought the Tank that we know. See what I'm saying? He fought a Tank that's going through problems, whatnot, etc. I know Tank's been stripped from is it WBA? Or WBO? Well, he's been stripped from his title anyway.
Yeah, WBA.
But I want to see more from Roach, man, because look, I know Roach moved up here to fight Pitbull at 140, right? And I thought he was gonna do Pitbull when he didn't, and it's just like, I think Shakur Stevenson, I think it's gonna be an easy work for him, I'm not even trying to disrespect my man, but I think it's gonna be I think it's be easy work, man. Like he said, your food. He called Conor Ben food.
I can't believe it, man. But one thing, you got to respect Conor Ben, man. And there's a reason why the US market do love him, man. And you could see why. It's because he kind of brings that WWE vibes to the ring. Because as soon as Shakur said, he didn't even finish saying his name. Boom! He came straight into the ring. You're small, man. Bro, cuz I can't even lie to you, man. That little exchange got me excited for potential fight, but ultimately, I don't think that's happening, man. I think who's next for him is either, like you said, Roach. That's a potential fight that could happen. The reason why I think that is a potential fight that could happen next is because think about it from a commercial standpoint. Yes, it's not the biggest fight, but if should he do the same thing that he did to Roach, what he did to Teofimo Lopez, he can then promote that as look what happened when Tank fought Roach, but then look what happened when I fought Roach. It was an annihilation. It was a domination. So that kind of builds his resume. So boxing, is business at the end of the day, man, and it's about marketing yourself and putting yourself in the right position so that you're able to, dictate what you're gonna make in certain fights and what fights happen as well, man. So no, it's good. It's good to see, man. I want to see what he could do with that. I want to see him do undisputed so that his resume or his legacy is just, even though his legacy is tremendous already, full weight classes, not a lot of people can say that. I think only about just over 15 or 18 people have done that, just about full weight classes and above. So he's in good stead, man, in terms of his legacy and resume. But if he could do undisputed at 135, then move up to maybe 140 or 147. Let's have it, man. I think he's got the frame because he's still quite big, cuz for 140, man.
Yeah, no, he is. I can definitely see him moving up to 147. It's just apart of me, I just think, would he want to do undisputed? Because he's just like, look, he's won titles at different weight classes, yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, he likes to challenge himself. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, we don't know, what's happening with Tank. I don't know if he's coming back to boxing or if he's, what weight classes would he be entertaining, but it's just like, I want to see all these fights happen, man. I really want to see Shakur, Tank, Haney, Tank, who else? Even Fimo Lopez. No, Tank would, I don't know, because obviously Tank's been out of the game here. I don't know if he can move up to 147. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a small dude,
Yeah,
But
you saw what happened when he moved up to 140 to fight El Azteca, my boy Barrios. It's a tough fight, cuz that was a tough fight,
yeah,
and
good
I
fight.
think that was a very good fight as well. But you could see that weight classes that can be his kind of maximum in terms of
Yeah,
moving up. I don't see him going further than that. With
yeah,
Shakur, because he's taller, more leaner, I think maybe he could squeeze 147, but that's the limit. He can't go above that. He
yeah,
can't talking about
yeah.
154 and all of that. Just 147, maybe it could work, man. So, but yeah, just going back to what you're saying about why Shakur should do undisputed, cause look, he's idol, bro. His idol's
Yeah,
done undisputed a few times, man, and it just looks good for your resume, and it looks good for the pound for pound rankings as well, man. You got all the guys above him. The U6, the Anues, these fighters, man. They have done undisputed, man. So they've earned their right to be in the spot that they are, man. So it'd be great to see. But it's not a must. But it would be great, man. I'm not gonna lie. I
mm,
would love to see it.
yeah. Nah, for real.
Mm.
Well, I mean, we've got the big one happening in 2 months' time. Raw, Derek Chisora fighting Deontay Wilder. The
Bob
Venezuelan.
Squad, Bob Squad.
This is
Love
both
it,
of their
man.
50th fight. So
50,
somebody's getting
50
laid out.
each was.
Huh?
50 fights each for both of them. 50 for
Yeah,
Wilder, 50 for
yeah,
Chisora. Let's have
yeah.
it. 100.
So
That's
somebody's
100.
somebody's getting laid out. Somebody's definitely getting laid out. This
Who's
one at the
getting laid
moment.
up? You're on the
Do you know
roll right
what?
now.
I don't.
Pick
It's
it.
weird. A part of me, I feel that is the hunger still there with Derek because obviously he's saying that it's his last fight. Uh, Obviously he's gonna give it all, but then with Wilder it seems like he's got back his ish. So I don't know. It's one of them ones where it can go either way. I can't see it going 12th round, but I can see it going I can see someone getting knocked out between 6 to 10. You know, they both got stamina. They're both strong. Derek is a tough dude, but I've said this before, in the heavyweight division, the problem with heavyweights is their lack of defense, and not just that. With Wilder, it's him fighting on the back foot is where he struggles. So if Derek puts it on him, you know, it could be a night.
Lights out, baby. Could be
But
lights
then
out.
again, remember, he's a freak of nature. He just needs a second. He could be losing. Then out of nowhere, if that Wilder comes back, yeah, then man, everyone's in trouble. If Wilder beats Derek Chisora and he doesn't get Usyk next, then I would like to see him fight Daniel Dubois.
Ooh, so you're saying Daniel Dubois, yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to think about it, right? Everybody wants a shot at the world title, but then, you know, the way I see it, him, Dubois, they're all former world champions. Let's have it. That's only if he can't get Usyk next. Because my understanding is, Tyson Fury, his route is, once he gets past his opponent, to fight Wardley. Should he beat Wardley, then it's him and AJ. And then the winner then fights Usyk. Because I think Netflix, they want to host that. Dana White wants to host Fury AJ on Netflix. Whew, boy. Well, boy.
Let's have it, cuz. Let's have it. Let's have it. And you know what it's going to be called, cuz? We got to get our WWE hats on this, man. You know, I think we should call it Judgment Day or No Way Out, cuz. No Way Out as in there's no way out.
Yeah, no way out. We've been waiting for a while. No
We've
way
been
out.
waiting for a while, man.
No
No
way out.
way
Yeah.
out. Yes, man. Yeah.
For 6 years,
Would you
no
put a
way
cage?
out.
Would
Yeah.
you put a cage over it?
Yeah. No way
Just-
out. Cage match. Yeah.
Cage,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. Just put him in there, man. Now I love that, cuz, man. Obviously, big up to you. Just quickly before we head out, obviously George is not going to be joining us on the show. Don't running late for time, but it's all good. We'll probably get him next time. Just a quick one, cuz. Did you manage to, you know, check the Ring Magazine Awards? What did you think of
Yes.
this?
Do you know what?
Give me a rundown of your views.
I was really happy with
Knockout of the year.
no, not even knockout of the year.
Fight
Like,
of the year.
it was fight of the year. Yeah, fight of the year. Yeah, Eubank and Conor Benn both going up to to collect their awards. That was, I like that, man. That's what it's all about, man. Like you sell a fight, you build a fight, but when it comes to it, in the day, you're just humans. Do you know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was good to see, man, and big up to everyone that, you know, won the awards. I think that these Ring Magazine awards are like the Oscars of boxing. So you got to big up to His Excellency for putting together, you know, a tremendous event, you know, for the fans as well. Prospect of the year, you know, the generation continues, the Vargas generation continues. Knockout of the year, Brian Norman Jr. obviously got his praise, but you saw who obviously got fight of the year. It was obvious, it was bait, but he deserved it, you know, after that performance against you know, Canelo. You know, he put on a tremendous showing for the fans, and yeah, man, no, big up to Crawford, man. I think that was the best way for him to retire. Don't want to see him back, not in a disrespectful one, but he's completed the game. It's like he's in the same light as Usyk for me, but Usyk is still dragging something on, man. I want him to just, you know, he doesn't need to prove anything, man, to no one, man. If he wants to continue fighting, go, so be it. And if it's the Wilder fight next, you know, should Wilder win, I wouldn't mind to see it, man. But we know what's gonna happen with Usyk, cuz, man. But yeah, cuz, I know it's the end of the show. Before we go, man, just got to do just the quick shout outs, of course, man. So $2 bill, commissioners recap, IBH USA. Make sure you check that out. Stay Weighed In, The Rise of Shakur, and Who's Next. They obviously did that show as well. Big up to the Fight Night Chronicle brothers as well. They obviously covered, you know, a tremendous show. Taylor the Tape from Alexander the Great as well, man. Truly tremendous. Capital Fats. This is IBH USA, man. They're absolutely smashing it in terms of the shows, man. So big up to the brothers. Crossroads in boxing. IBH North. Absolutely loving, you know, the energy from the lads, man. And this is what we're doing, you know, for the community, people. We're doing these shows. We have this platform for you guys. It's for fans, by fans. We're fans like you, but we're just giving you guys a platform to speak. And you're not going to get another platform that's going to do it as well. And we're soon going to do giveaways. So just keep supporting, keep liking what we're doing. Subscribe. Also recommend it to a friend. And don't forget to say hi. So if you're in the area, come and say hi. So big up to our sponsors, D-Rock, and also big up to our studio partners, New London Media. I'm obviously doing, you know, some work with them to, you know, bring some brands to New London Media. But cuz, that's the shout outs done. God bless you also, and God bless the community. Handing it over to you, cuz.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continuous support. Have a lovely, productive week, and we shall see you next time. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Mars and cars now, whichever get up. Light up my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by it.